Well, hey everybody, it has been a crazy last 2 or 3 days, ever since Sunday, and the train wreck that it was on the live stream and just all the things that were going on behind the scenes. We decided, Pastor Bob and I, on Sunday, that we needed to make a few upgrades to our AVL equipment. So here's what we're doing. We are going to order 2 video cameras. And they're not exorbitant, but they're good enough to really increase the quality of our stream. And Kellen Burgess has been just amazing at letting us be able to borrow his equipment. We've been using one of his cameras, which is just an amazing quality camera for the close-up of Bob and Steve and for that shot. But basically, moving forward, we're able to use his equipment for a little bit, but obviously not indefinitely. So what we're doing is we're going to upgrade our cameras, and so we're going to move away from using the Panasonic, the P2, and it's about 9 years old anyway. So in the tech world, you probably all know that might as well be 90 years. So we're gonna we could probably use it as a backup or something, but for right now we're gonna order 2 different Canon video cameras. And I can send you the links to that. I'll spare you all those intricate details, but basically what we're going to be doing is we're going to be using 2 different cameras from now on every Sunday, not just for now, but every Sunday. And so we be switching in between those 2 cameras on the ATEM switcher using the software. So there's a workflow change that we're going to have to do for that. And before I get into that, so 2 cameras switching back and forth between them for that, and I'm trying to think of the other thing I was going to tell you about. It'll come back to me, but anyway, so to do that well, it's very difficult for the visual techs to do this switching deal, because especially during the sermon, but really, as Kellen and I have talked about it, he brought up the idea of having the lighting techs actually take over the responsibilities of switching the cameras. And so there is actually a way where we can have multiple users accessing the ATEM through the software. So I think there is a way to do that where on the ProPresenter iMac, you could still access the Blackmagic Design ATEM switcher software. Now we only have one Ethernet connection from the ATEM, and so my plan is to install the ATEM software on the lighting computer tomorrow and connect it by Ethernet to that computer, and then I'm going to test to see if the iMac can still connect through the network, because it's plugged into the Ethernet, but it wouldn't be directly connected to the ATEM, if that makes sense. But if it's on the network and it all lives on the network, which it does, then it actually should work. It's actually designed for multiple users, which is really cool. So basically what would happen is the lighting techs, since during the songs and the preaching and announcements, we don't do, you guys aren't doing like a ton of like switching, and we're not doing a bunch of different like scene changes and all that kind of stuff. Our idea would be every maybe 8 to 10 seconds, okay, you'd be switching back and forth between camera 1, camera 2, but camera 3 type of an idea. And so you guys would be doing the switching during the worship, if it applied there, especially during the sermon. Okay, so during the sermon, you guys normally have 30-40 minutes where you're just kind of like sitting there, to be honest, and you're probably bored anyway. So that's a great opportunity for us to do that. And so you could switch between the cameras. For right now, we'll probably have at least three cameras running, Kellen's being one of them, and then these 2 new video cameras. Potentially, we didn't order a cable for a 4th camera. Anyway, so the other thing I was going to tell you was that we're going to be pre-recording everything now because of how last Sunday went. So for Good Friday and for Easter services, we're going to pre-record the whole service, and it's going to be after rehearsal. So Friday, we're going to rehearse, excuse me, that's wrong. Not in the morning. We're going to rehearse at 1 o'clock to 2:30. And so I sent you an email about all this stuff, but basically it'll be like rehearsal. Immediately following rehearsal, we'll take just a little bit of a break there, and then we'll just we'll kind of hit it and do a whole service, and we're going to record it as if it's live. Okay, and to do this correctly, we need to get all the camera switches right, and as far as ProPresenter, we need to make sure that we send a clean computer feed when that needs to be showing. So if we're sending just computer to the to the stream kind of idea, we need to make sure we do that so it's not fuzzy and pixelated, and then make sure that apologize, I'm blanking here, but for the program output, we'll send program for that application. There's a couple of things I need to make sure of tomorrow to make sure I'm telling you this correctly. But basically, just it's kind of an all hands on deck right now, and so let's just do our best to to just not mess up. I know it sounds horrible, but what we get is what we get, and so once it's recorded, we're not gonna have a whole lot of time to change a lot of things. So, and obviously, like I can train you guys tomorrow. I'll record another video of how this is going to work and the workflow. When we get the equipment in, we're getting 2 video cameras, and then we're getting a Blackmagic design. It's called a HyperDeck Mini, or HyperDeck Studio Mini. And what it is, it's basically like a disc recorder, and it's fed from the ATEM program output. So whatever the live stream would be seeing, that's the camera feeds, 1, 2, 3, or however many cameras you want, plus any lower thirds. That means like lyrics, that means sermon notes, that means announcements, the links that pop up, all that fun stuff. We can record all of that to this Hyper Studio, and we're talking hours and upon hours of time saved for our post-production team and for Kellen and just for the editing. So it's going to save hours of time as we are moving to pre-recording everything, to then push that out to YouTube Premiere, Facebook Premiere, and we're going to show those. I don't think it'll say live, but it'll say Premiere on it. Basically, that means we have the ability to push out a pre-recorded video, so we won't have no hiccups at all, but we can still have a live chat. So it's really neat that we can do this on all 3 of our streaming platforms. So we'll do that. So basically, the camera switching needs to be, not like perfect, but just every 8 to 10 seconds. We'll just maybe say every 10 seconds or something will be like kind of our standard. And then when we do it that way, man, it's kind of a piece of cake. We just take the video file, we just upload it to to YouTube, Vimeo, and then we can adjust it in the raw video there, or edit it right on the computer. So this will just be a really good workflow. And so anyway, it's getting approved right now to order all this stuff. So I got to order this tonight because the company has been pushing up their time for closing like every day. So anyway, I got to get it in by 9:30 tomorrow morning. So I'm gonna try to get it done today. And anyway, so I think that is everything. But again, tomorrow morning, I'm gonna send you guys like a tutorial video on how this is gonna work. And lighting text, I know this is brand new for you, so don't freak out. I might even send you a video maybe on how the ATEM software works, but your new job would basically be switching the cameras. It's pretty easy. There's on the program, it's called a bus, but on the program line, you would just basically just click with your mouse, camera 1, wait 10 seconds, camera 2, wait 10 seconds, camera 3, that sort of thing. And then we also have the computer feed going in there. So it's going to take some flexibility here. We're learning something brand new in the biggest weekend of the church calendar. So it's a little crazy, but this is what we're doing, and this is what God has for us, really. And so we're just trying to be the best we can be and serve our church well, and just really up the quality of what we're doing and avoid hiccups. So I know this is a long video. Thanks for hanging in there. And I think that's everything. I just wanted you to know about the equipment that we're ordering and the workflow change. It's going to be really big for us, but we'll do it. It'll be a good adjustment. If you have any questions, please let me know. And I think that's it, guys. So I'm going to sign off here and make a quick grocery run with my mask, which is around here somewhere because my wife will kill me if I don't. So I got my mask here and got the old gloves. So you guys enjoy your evening and this amazing weather. And guys, I love you. I love you as a team and just brothers and sisters in Christ. And I'm praying for you guys and hang in there. Alrighty, I will see you by video tomorrow.